Okay, now let's make exercise number 49. This one, it is simple. The exercising itself, it's not difficult. It is a concept that I would like to discuss. Summation 3i plus 3, I going from 0 up to 60. Now think for a moment. What is this? What is I? What is this equation? Not equation. What is that information? And I'm just going to tell you, this is a summation. Okay, let's just bring up the concepts. So I just want the summation. Take a moment, calculate, try to find yourself an actual answer. Don't say like this, oh okay, I know how to do it. It's summation, you take this, that term, and I do this, and do it. If it's that simple, do it, okay? If it's not simple, then it's a good reason for you to start to think about it. And if it's very easy, then it is also another reason for you to do it, because since it's so easy, it's not going to take much from you, okay? But try to do it yourself, because sometimes we think we know, but sometimes we reach in a certain part of the solution where things start to get some blurry, and that's why it's interesting and important to do it yourself alone, okay? So pause for a minute and then play back, okay? I'm going to be here. Okay, assuming you gave some thought about it. Now, let's see what are those things. Well, this is going to be our an, our general term for our equation. And what would be this one? Would this be our n? Well, we usually don't say that we have zero term. It is the first one. I'm not going to say that this is going to be the I, it is going to be n. I'm not going to say this, because if I do this, I would have to say my first term would be 0, and we usually say the first term it is 1. So let's just write the sequence in here. Our sequence is going to be, well, for I equals 0, what do we have? 3 times 0 plus 3. It is just 3. For I equals 1, what do we have? 3 times 1 plus 3. And this is 6. For I equals 2, what do we have? 3 times 2 plus 3, and this is 9. Let's just make once more, okay? But it's not very difficult to understand what is going on here. And if you just plot it, let's just plot this equation in here. It's going to be something like this. Well, if you remember, this is an equation like this, in this form, okay? This line, it is in the form y equals ax plus b, if you remember this. Actually, this very equation is in here. It's going to be like an. Instead of y, let's just put an. It's easier to understand. An, it is going to be what? 3x. Okay, let me just write in colors so I can make it clearer. 3x plus 3. Okay, that 3, it is going to be a1. Always, okay, always. And the green number, it is just going to be the tangent, okay? It is going to be our d, okay? It is going to be the rate of growth. If we just take, for instance, let's take the tangent of alpha. The tangent of alpha, it is just 3, okay? And what it is important to notice in here, that this, it is our d, meaning this is our common difference. It is the rate of growth, okay? It is exactly this one. Plus 3, plus 3, okay? This is the 3 I'm talking about. And this is going to be our first term in here. this is going to be a1, okay, from the equation there. So it's very easy to recognize when we have an equation like this. Well, of course we are talking about an arithmetic progression. It's linear, meaning it's a straight line. We're just trying to review everything we have learned so far, okay? Every time when we have a line like this, it's linear. Linear means it grows at a constant rate. It is always being added the same value. Everything is very perfect. So every arithmetic progress, it's going to follow a straight line, okay? Because we are always adding a constant number. So this is our sequence, and now what are we interested in? We're interested in calculating the summation, the sum of 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12, so on, until I is 60. So let's put 16 here. It's going to be 3 times 60 plus 3. And that number should be 183, okay? And now we can use our summation. And what is going to be in here? Is it going to be summation of the first 60 terms or the first 61 terms? It's not. We have to know this number, because remember, it is not just an index. In here, we're going to draw like this: a1 plus a sub, we're going to see in a second, times that number again divided by 2. So it's very important, that number. We have to see what are we going to look. Okay, remember, from 1 to 10 we have 10 numbers, but from 0 to 10 we have 11, because we have to account for the 0, and the 0, it is being accounted here. So from 1 to 60 it is indeed 60 terms, but from 0 to 60 we have 61 terms. So just be careful about this, okay? So this is going to be 61 in here, this is going to be 61 in here, and how many terms? We're going to have 61 terms in here. And now we just plug in the numbers. A1, we know it is 3, a big 3, and A61, we just calculate it in here. So this is going to be our A61. So our A61, it is just calculate, it is 183 and 61 terms. And that is very easy to get the answer, which is going to be 5,673. Okay, and that is going to be our answer. I just want the summation, and the summation is that. Okay, so what I wanted to remind you here, what is important in this exercise? Well, first, just to bring back the concept of the summation. Also, to remind you that from 0 to 60 we have 61 terms, not 60. Okay, and also this is going to be our first term, this, okay, 3 times 0 plus 3, but I wouldn't say that it is n, okay, I wouldn't say like that. Another important thing to notice is this. It reminds us the equation of a line, a straight line, and that when you just acknowledge, oh, this is a line, and so you can, at the same time, you can remember this is the rate of growth, so this is going to be our common difference, and this is going to be a1, okay, because the first term, it is 0 in here, so we just leave 3. Okay, so that's it for the question. Thank you very much, and let's go to number 50 in the next video. Bye bye.